Croke Park, one of the largest stadiums in Europe. Matchday capacity, 82,300. One day though, back in the 1960s, over 90,000 people managed to squeeze in here. Usually those crowds are largely adult, but for the One Direction concerts next month, Croke Park is going to play host to its youngest audience ever. That presents the Gardaí with a pretty unique set of policing challenges.
When you see what 80,000 plus on the streets does to a place, it's frightening.
This will be the biggest crowd that One Direction are going to be playing to.
It's 82,000 people. A lot of them will be minors, and it's at night time.
No cars out here towards the other hall. Cannot move. Uniform Charlie, we have cleared all the vehicle of traffic.
I came here about 2 years ago and I always thought Croke Park ran itself, more or less. But I've learned that every match even brings a different dynamic. One Direction are playing here for 3 consecutive nights. Well, all the indications are that out of the 80,000 plus, that 90% are female and probably 90% are under 18, stretching as far down as 5 years of age, we're told.
Most match goers know not to bring a car anywhere near Croke Park. That then is a message you're going to have to communicate to the mums and dads here.
Yes, and it's a big concern for us because we expect that parents will want to drop off and pick up, and it's not an option. There is going to be no drop-off area, no pick-up area within a reasonable distance of the stadium. OK, good morning, everybody. League semi-finals today. Mayo Derry first game 2 o'clock and Dublin Cork 4 o'clock. There's a plan for every event. Today we will brief the Garda team that's going out, and everybody is given a specific role to carry out and specific duties. We concentrate hugely on the safety aspect of it because it's mainly a crowd control issue. I want to talk to you briefly today about the One Direction concerts. The opening night is the Friday night, which is Friday evening traffic, rush hour traffic, plus the local elections, plus the European elections. We have been in negotiations with Irish Rail and we're getting extra trains into Drumcondra train station, extra trains into Conley, extra DART services. The Lewis will be running as frequently as they do, and Bus Éireann will be dropping off and picking up from Bus Áras. We will identify 2 areas where people that have to pick up can pick up. One of them will be Mountjoy Square East, but you will get no nearer. And the other one will be on Clonliffe Road in the Mater Dei or in Clonliffe College car park. At any major event, we have this control room up and running. There's an excess of 200 cameras coming into that, covering inside and outside of the grounds. And this unit here, we use for the helicopter. When the helicopter's around, it's able to beam down CCTV footage to us here. And thermal imaging is great for nighttime. It gives you an indication of where the volumes of people are. And you'll see from some footage that I've given to you outside the Hogan stand, where it's complete black blob. Knowledge is everything, and if the helicopter can give us a view of something that's developing or has developed, then we can channel resources towards it. And for the concert in a month's time, we'll be transferring this control room to the main stand, obviously because the stage will be restricting our view.
On a normal match day, in terms of contractors that are working here on the venue, so we would be looking at security, caterers, cleaning. For an All-Ireland final, we would have up to 1,500 contractors coming in on a match day. For this event, we'll be looking to potentially double that. We'll be making sure that the male-to-female ratio is aligned for the audience that are attending as well.
For the One Direction gigs, age category of the visitors will be quite young as opposed to previous events here. One of the main criteria with the purchasing of tickets for One Direction is on the pitch. We have an age profile, and under 14s will not be permitted onto the pitch, irrespective of who's with them. And at the moment, there is a process in place with the ticketing company to exchange those tickets to get those under 14s into seated areas.
Anybody under 16 must be accompanied coming in by an adult or by somebody over 18 years of age. The ratio there is 1:4, so you cannot come with 20 under 14s following you behind or under 16s following you behind.
And when it's all over then, are there special considerations for how you deal with them exiting?
An example of where we were taken by surprise was the drawn Kilkenny-Galway game 2 years ago. The draw proved problematic in that everybody left together. In a final, you normally have half staying to watch the presentation. So instead of 40-odd thousand, we were hit with 82,000 leaving at the one time. So that was a learning exercise for us, and that's what we're facing with this concert, and even worse. If you imagine what it's like for 80,000 plus to leave a stadium at the one time, the stadium itself empties in roughly 8 to 10 minutes. So we have to try and filter it in different directions. A lot of these people will not have been to Croke Park before, they will be leaving in the dark. So we will have rigid, strict routes for people to travel, and we have to maintain a sterile route for emergency services as well.